You're watching The Rave, and today I'll be discussing can music make you depressed? I, like a lot of others, turn to certain songs, albums, and artists when I'm not feeling my best, such as Radiohead's Moon-Shaped Pool and In Rainbows, and if it's really rough, then I might even go down the road with Mount Eerie's A Crow Looked at Me. And just as a side note, I have not had to deal with any form of intense depression myself, so I may not be able to fully encapsulate the feeling of certain music to someone who is in a deep state of depression or sadness, but I do experience feelings of sadness enough to have a developed understanding. So, I first off do believe that if you have a song attached to a moment in your life that was tough for you, an example being a song played at a family member's funeral, or you and your ex's favorite song, that can definitely trigger depression. But I don't think music alone can be the root cause of depression, like a certain song or album, because listening to sad music when you're already in a depressed state of mind can cause you to remain in that position. For example, a few weeks ago, I was going down to a memorial and I was about 5 minutes away, so I was already kind of feeling pretty down. And then my playlist shuffles to Fake Plastic Trees by Radiohead, which is definitely a great song by itself, but it definitely kept my state of sadness in circulation, to say the least, and I'll definitely have that song attached to that moment forever. Another common theme that is prevalent mostly in millennials is an abundance of somewhat fake depression music. And what I'm talking about is Post Malone's Stoney, Juice Wrld's Goodbye and Good Riddance, you know them. Well, I can tolerate some of the songs off either album. I mean, the lyricism is pretty shallow and skeletal for the most part. There's not much meaning. It's a rather basic and boring production. But regardless of the little thought-out lyrics and subject matter, lots of young fans will resort to these albums and songs, and they're gonna go post on their story, be like, "Hey, look, I'm kind of depressed." That's a common theme I see, and the way I think about that is that I don't think everyone that listens to these albums are necessarily depressed. Some people just like the music, and that's totally fine. I mean, people can be in their happiest stage of their life and be listening to some sad Post Malone or Juice Wrld without faking a depression. But these albums, I just really don't see them single-handedly bringing you into a deep state of depression that some people claim they do, and they put on this persona that they're depressed, but I really don't think music such as that, unless, like I said earlier in the video, if you have it attached to a certain moment, I would understand that, but the music alone, I don't think so. Overall, going to music when you're depressed is definitely a great way to drown out your sadness, and it can also bring you into happiness and out of depression, because there are definitely some songs and albums and artists that I listen to that make sad times definitely go by easier and bring me back to surface level, such as pretty much any Kendrick Lamar album. I mean, I'm just a really huge fan of Kendrick, so that just kind of gets me happy. I love Kendrick to death, to be honest with you guys. You'll probably see a lot of Kendrick references throughout my videos, and then just any music that makes you feel happy, that definitely can be a remedy for bringing out depression. But again, music and depression do not usually have a direct correlation. And let me know down below what your personal experiences are, if you've used music as a coping mechanism, if it's made you sadder, because just let me know. I'd like to hear it. The Rave.